Hi there, explorers. It's Nalini, and get ready to get your science hats on because today we're diving into a fascinating adventure, the water cycle. You know, that incredible process that keeps our planet's water clean, fresh, and always on the move. In this video, we're going to take a fun journey through the water cycle, a natural process that helps keep our planet's water clean and replenished. From sunny skies to fluffy clouds, rushing rivers to vast oceans, we'll see how water transforms and travels in this amazing cycle. Our journey begins with evaporation. Picture this. The sun, a giant ball of hot gas, beams down on Earth, warming everything it touches. When the sun's rays hit the water in oceans, lakes, or even puddles, something really neat happens. The water molecules get energized like they've had their morning coffee and start to jiggle and wiggle faster and faster. This heat from the sun gives the water molecules enough energy to break free from their liquid form and transform into an invisible gas called water vapor. It's kind of like when you boil water on the stove and it disappears as steam, except on a much larger scale. As the water vapor rises higher and higher, it joins a giant invisible river in the sky, constantly flowing and moving. It's like a magic trick, but it's just science. As our water vapor adventures higher into the atmosphere, things start to cool down. You know how the air gets crisper at the top of a mountain? It's the same idea up here. As the temperature drops, our excited little water vapor molecules start to slow down their dance. They lose energy and get closer together, changing from a gas back into a liquid. This process, my friends, is called condensation. It's like when you see those tiny water droplets forming on a cold glass of lemonade on a hot day. That's condensation in action. These tiny water droplets, so small you could fit thousands on the head of a pin, clump together around microscopic particles in the air, like dust or pollen. As more and more droplets gather, they form the clouds we see floating in the sky. Pretty cool, right? Chapter 3. Precipitation. Let it snow, rain, or hail. As these clouds drift along, catching updrafts and riding air currents, they bump into other clouds, collecting even more water droplets. Soon enough, the cloud gets so full of water, it's like a water balloon that's about to burst. The air can no longer hold all that moisture, and gravity takes over. And guess what happens next? Down comes the water in the form of precipitation. Depending on the temperature, precipitation can fall as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Rain is the most common form, showering the earth with life-giving water. If it's extra chilly high up in the clouds, the water droplets freeze into beautiful snowflakes, each one with its own unique pattern. Sometimes the water droplets get tossed up and down within the cloud, freezing and thawing repeatedly, creating sleet, those little ice pellets that can make a crunching sound when they hit the ground. And if the updrafts are super strong, they can create hail, those larger chunks of ice that can sometimes be as big as golf balls. Chapter 4. Collection. Back to the beginning. After all that excitement, our journey with the water cycle is almost complete. The rainwater, snowflakes, or even hailstones fall back down to earth, landing on mountains, in forests, or right in your backyard. Some of the water soaks into the ground, replenishing groundwater, which is like a giant underground lake that provides water for wells and springs. Some of it flows downhill, forming streams and rivers that eventually make their way back to the oceans, lakes, and seas. And guess what? This water is ready to start the cycle all over again. It's like a giant, natural recycling system, constantly cleaning and replenishing our planet's water supply. Outro: the water cycle continues, and that's the water cycle. It helps keep our Earth's water clean and constantly moving. Isn't nature amazing? From a tiny raindrop to a mighty river, water is always on an incredible journey, changing states and traveling the globe. Did you know that the water you drink could have been around during the time of the dinosaurs? It's true. The water we have on Earth today is the same water that's been here for billions of years, thanks to the water cycle. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more about nature's incredible processes, make sure to like and subscribe.